All right, so super simple. Just going to show the life books here. This is kind of explanatory, self-explanatory. Here they are by denominations. These are all in PDFs. So what I would suggest doing is taking like a screenshot of one of them. So on Macs, it's Shift Command 4, and that pops up down here. And then I would just go over to a blank Word document, and it is on my desktop. There it is. Just pull it over there, and then just change it to the size that you want. So maybe that big. Then you can just paste in more of them. Definitely should have been more, yeah. So you make it however big you want, and then try to just make that accurate and the same for all of your life bucks. Also, you can watermark them. So I did that by just doing watermark a PDF online, and I just, I did a picture. See if I can find that on here. I'll show you in another one because I don't think I have them readily available here now. But it just puts it on there so kids can't like copy them. I wouldn't probably laminate them because you'll have a lot, but I would laminate all the cards and everything. Oh, and you can print them off in different colors of colored paper at your school so that it's easier to kind of keep track generally of what you're handing them. Let's see. Okay, the game pieces. So here's life tiles. You just cut those, you just paste those in, laminate them, cut them out. Player pieces. Okay, so these are all the female options where the main player is a female and they automatically start off with the male baby in their back seat. And so you can just print and laminate like a bunch of these. I would say, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, I would print, 24 of these will fit on one page. So 2 of these images. So I would just print like 3 of them just to be safe. And then I don't get a lot of boys in my child development class, but I'll probably print the same amount of these male ones where you automatically start out with a female baby and there's the male driver. And then how to make them different, I would laminate all the cards, and then I would print these and not laminate them, and then the students on the first day, they can decorate them and like write their name on it. And then I would just use some Scotch tape to stick their name onto their card, and maybe I would put the Scotch tape over the whole thing so that it definitely doesn't fall off. And then just at the end of the school year, you can just peel it off, and that way you can still reuse the cars. And then here's the babies. Again, this will be kind of tough, but I would probably just laminate them, and then it's going to be annoying to spend a lot of time cutting those out, but maybe you do. And then just taking Scotch tape and putting it over it, and then putting it in the kids' back seat of their car along with the other babies whenever they get them. So that's probably going to be the most labor intensive and boring part. And if you have a student aide, maybe you can have them do that. That's a great job for a student aide. And then lastly, the game board example. All right, so this is my game board for it, okay? So as you can see, they start over here. They choose their career, which path they go on, and this is our first unit. It's learning about children. It's my first unit in child development. Okay? And so as you can see, if they do the non-child care career, non-child related career path, they get 2 paydays before the end of the unit, whereas they get 1 payday if they go the other way, the trade-off there. Then my next unit is talking about the brain. They get a payday end of the unit. Next one is parenting. Next one, so decisions about it. Next one's pregnancy. And then that's actually over here. You keep going down here. Next one after pregnancy is childbirth. They can take the risky childbirth path or the safe childbirth path. So if they land on these things, like these automatic things kick in. So it's risky. It can be positive or it can be really negative. And then also they can get a salary increase if they land on that one. You can decide whether or not they get a salary increase every time they pass the salary increase thing, or they have to land on it to get it. That's up to you. Okay, so over here they get a payday, over here they get a payday, so that's the same. Stop at the end of the unit. The next unit I have is actually not there. It's all the way over here. It's the intellectual development of infants. Okay, so they have another payday there, salary increase. Then they go down here. They could take a safe or a risky path where things can happen. And this is the social emotional development of infants is this next unit which snakes all the way around here till it gets over here, and that's the end. And this is the start of physical development of toddlers. That goes all the way around here, and then it goes over to the intellectual development of toddlers. Which actually stops there. I did something wrong. I'll have to figure that out. And then lastly, the social emotional development of toddlers. Yeah, so the intellectual development. Okay, yeah, the intellectual development actually starts here, but there was no room to put it, so I had to put it over here. But yeah, then the social emotional. Then they can either retire to millionaire estates or countryside acres. So this is mine. What you can do to change this, I will show you how to use Google Draw in a video to change things, and you can change it to put the names of your own units. And if you have less than those units, then you can always just like put the same color block over this, and it could just randomly be a block that's there, and you don't have to put any words on it. And you can also change these too, and I can show you how to do that as well. Right, so there's game board. Here is an example of a developmental milestone, the mission or quest. My units each chapter for me lasts, I have 9, so it lasts about 2 weeks in the school year. So I just have these due at the end of those 2 weeks. They can do them anytime in this. So here's developmental unit 1, learning about children. So their first option is to do any of these for these levels. And you could have more than one. You could have like option 1 here, option 2 here for a level 1 project. Or you can just have, one option for each. And so here's all, depending on how hard they are. Where I got these from, actually, believe it or not, was my textbook. At the end, it had it has those questions for review, and it has projects to extend it, math, writing, reading, whatever. I just picked ones that made sense for those. Or if you feel like you have really cool projects that you do in your class, but there's like never enough class time to do them, but they're awesome. And if they require a lot of work, I would just make that a level 5 one down here so that, some kids will do them to get that, but you don't have to waste class time on it. And then the second option I'm going to give for every single one is for them to come up with their own project and run it by me. And then they can just tell me what level they think it falls on. And if once we agree on it, then they can complete the project for that level of reward. And then I put down here, remember though, how well you complete it determines whether you get a reward that correlates with that level. If you don't meet expectations for a level 2 project, you may only earn a level 1 reward. And then I put a little Bitmoji saying, have fun. There's lots of these that are like, good luck, have fun, who's in? That sort of thing that you can put on there. We don't have color printing at my school, so I didn't do any fun colored backgrounds for this. But if you do, you're welcome to do that. Or, if you just print one and you laminate it and it's the same every year, that you can tack up on the bulletin board. Also, if you just put them online for students, like I use Canvas a lot for my classroom and everything's online, then you could do like a fun, colorful background type thing, whatever. So this is an example of what a developmental milestone would look like. And you can do these for all of your chapters. That's not even that bad because I only have to do 9 of these. But over the years, if you come up with more ideas for these external projects, you can just keep adding on to it. All right, I think that is everything to do with the game. If you have any more questions, you can just message me on Facebook, although I don't check it a lot. Actually, it'd probably be better to just email me. I check my school email account all the time. It's ajarvis, all lowercase, at paplv.org. I live in Bellevue, but I teach in Papillion, Nebraska. I will now make a video showing you how to use Google Draw to edit some of these things.